actually got to sit down and no one's ever interviewed me.
Gonna get it right now.
Here it is. Because I'm still pretty fairly new to streaming.
Yo, what is up, everybody? We are back. As you see, we got a new camera. We're looking all crispy and clean. We got our boy Cream Friche. Did I get it right? I think I got it right. Probably got it wrong. But
Yes.
we got him. He is from the MLB community. This is the first time we get to interview somebody from the MLB community. And we're going to get in on this, and we're going to let him tell us a little bit about himself, and then we'll get into the sticky icky. Go ahead, brother. Take it away.
All right. So, hi, guys. I'm Cream Friche. I'm 24 years old. I'm from the armpit of America, Springfield, Illinois. I'm a juvenile detention officer. I've been streaming now for about 4.5 months. So, from where I started to where I am now, I feel blessed with the community that I started in, which is the MLB community. I never thought I'd have the success that I've had so far. I mean, I have people hitting me up all the time, like, what's your secret? How did you grow as fast as you did? I have no idea. No idea. I mean, I feel blessed. Do I feel like I deserve it? No. There's so many good content creators out there. And, you know, it's just crazy. You get people coming by every stream, same people. And you feel blessed. You really do. Outside of that, I live with a roommate. I got a lovely girlfriend who will be here any second. So if you guys hear Paige come in here shooting some shit for a sec, I'll tell her to be quiet. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's basically about me. I got a degree in criminal justice and psychology. Been working where I've been at for 2 years almost now in August. So yeah, that's basically everything about Cream.
All right, so we'll touch up on your job here. So what got you into want to be the juvenile part of it?
Oh, man. All right, so...
I hear it's rough. I have a lot of friends in the business. They tell me it gets tough.
Right, it's really rough. It's very taxing on my mental state, day in and day out. Work 40-plus hours a week. Been doing this, like I said, for almost 2 years now. I honestly was looking for any job out of college. It's hard to get a job, especially with a degree, which is crazy. They say, go to college, you get a job. That's not how it works. You gotta know people. You apply many places, you get rejected. Finally, someone accepts you. I got into the juvenile side through probation. So when I graduated college in 2018, it was May of 2018, I applied for probation downtown, so to be an adult probation officer, and went through the whole process there. Ended up, after the interview and everything, they liked me. They sent me back for another interview. I think they set it up for I think it was 2 or 3 days later. So I ended up coming back for a second interview. We talked once again, said, glad we can talk, whatever, etc. Called me a few days later, said, hey, we're sorry to let you know we're going to give the position to someone who has experience. Great. So that's what I don't understand. You go through college, you come out, they still give it to the person with more experience. So what they did was they ended up setting up an interview for me at the juvenile center. They asked if I'd be interested in working there, and I asked a little bit about that. Ended up, got the interview on the juvenile at the juvenile detention center here in Springfield. Got the job the same day, and I've been there for the last 2 years. Basically, we take in kids that commit felony crimes. So anywhere from stealing cars to home invasions to murder, we've seen drug-related anything. So we take these kids in, we house them until the court decides whether or not they go home, whether or not they go to IDOJJ, which is juvenile prison. It's the same thing as DOC, Department of Corrections, but it's on the juvenile side. They could be sent off also to a drug treatment program to help, because every kid that comes in tests positive for something, if it's marijuana, cocaine, heroin, something. So there's also alternative programs. If they can't stay with us and they're not sentenced to prison, they'll go to a treatment. So basically, we take these kids through a programming, and once the court decides where they go, they end up going where they're told. So that's basically the life of a juvenile officer. I mean, kids don't listen to us. We do our best to, get them to obey us, and sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do. And I've seen a lot of things that I wish I'd never seen or wish upon anyone. So
I imagine there's these times that you do come across a kid that you do get click with sometimes,
Hmm.
and you get tight with that kid. And I mean, it's got to be tough, like to see where they may be coming from or the reason why they're doing what they're doing. Um, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you like because they're not going home with you, and
Right.
an attachment can happen. And how do you deal with
It's hard. Every single kid is different, no matter where they come from, no matter how they behave. Every kid's different. Uh, just sitting down and actually getting to know the kid, you can learn a lot about them. Some of the worst kids that have come through in the last 2 years, I've been really close with. What's up, Pitch? Uh, and it's hard, you know. Um, you want to see these kids succeed, but it doesn't matter what you say to these kids. They continue to go back and do what got them into our center in the first place. And that's what sucks about my job because, of course, it's all about recidivism rate. We're trying to get these kids to stop committing crimes. But at the end of the day, you can't. I mean, it's a high percentage of these kids. They come back. Once they see us once, we're going to see them again. And they know that.
that's
And
that's just gotta be tough.
it is tough. It's very tough. And it's sad because, like I said, I've formed pretty good relationships with some of these kids. And they've asked me all the time, like, why can't you just take me home? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I can't, man. Of course, I can't just take me home.
That's gotta be the rough. That's probably gotta be the toughest part when it comes down to it. Like they that they could probably have a better life and turn
Right.
away from what they're doing if they just had the right direction. And like I've done that myself. Like I've taken kids in through fostering.
Hmm.
Um I think at one point in time, like I mean with my kids, I have 3 kids. I think we had 6 kids in the house at one time and they arranged at that time. I think my son might have been 2 and it ranged all the way up to like 15 years.
Right.
And just to see where these kids like and it sucked because I wasn't gonna keep them. I knew it wasn't gonna be able to happen and be allowed. And I knew that once their dad did whatever they had to do to get them back, they were gonna end up back with him.
Right.
It was like when they first got with me to when they had left, they like did a 360. I mean, it was a complete like 360 to where these kids are they're on a schedule. They're eating dinners at a table with the family, and like they weren't treated no different. You know what I mean? They're treated as they're my own kids, and my kids accepting them as the same way. Like my kids never, not once is like, why this, why that. They was always like, well, can't we do this with them? Can't we do that with them? And
Right.
that's how we always did it. And it was just to see you can do to a kid's life by just giving them some structure and discipline and stuff like that. It's amazing how people just how they can change.
Right. And it's crazy you bring up the age. You said anywhere between 2 and 15. Since I've started working, I've noticed those are prime years to mold a kid into a certain direction on their life. So, say you have bad parenting, which 95% of the kids that come to us, it's the parents. It really
Yeah.
is. It starts with them. There's no structure, there's no discipline, nothing. Those ages, if you see a kid start coming in at age 12, age 13, they're almost lost. Like
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
it's
that's
it's so hard to deter them once they're already in there at such a young
yeah.
age.
I mean, that's my whole thing is I've always been one of those people like that always trying to help anybody, even don't matter what age you're at. Like I always tell them, I mean, you can only run that circle for you can only stay in a circle for so long. You eventually got to make a left turn and come out of it. And
Right.
I mean, are they going to ever make the left turn? There's probably you might get 5% of people. That, you know what I mean? But if I can get one person out of 100 to make that turn, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I can
Right, of
just,
course.
I mean, and that's how I look at it. That's how I'm even with streaming and stuff. Like I'm always reaching out. Like no matter what. Like there's people that ask me nonstop, "Hey, can you do this?" Or "Can you help me?" I'll do it while I'm streaming. Like I'll have a whole bunch of people here, and I don't like that's just me. I don't care. I'm going to help that person. Help.
Right.
And that's how I was kind of raised. I was pretty much raised that way. I got raised by my uncle. Was a military guy, and he was always help no matter what. It doesn't matter what is out there. Like if it might be a bad situation or turn bad, you help, and that's just how I've always been. But to this streaming thing that you do here. I've seen you growing a little bit too myself since we are part of the same team. We are on esports on an esports
Yes,
together.
sir.
So I've popped in from time to time, and your growth has seeming to like you seem like you're in that like groove right now, and you're getting groove is just getting better and better as you go along, and people are tending looking they seem to be really grasping you.
Right.
And how's that feel? Like if I mean being so new to it.
Honestly, it's a great feeling. I started doing this, I want to say it was mid December, was when I first went live. So we're talking 4.5 months, maybe 5 months. Um, it's just an insane feeling from starting from nothing to where I'm at now. I've noticed over the last 30 days, I'd say 30 to 60 days has been my biggest growth in this community. And a lot of people hit me up saying all the time that they think that I'm just a genuine person. I'm fun to watch and I care about my viewers. And that's what I take pride in every stream. I make sure no matter who it is, if you say something in my chat, I make sure it's no. Uh, I don't skip anything. And if I miss something and they say it again, I'll make sure, like, hey, sorry about that. I missed that. I just want to make everyone feel welcome when they come into my stream. And another thing I like to do is give back to the people who have been supporting me. So I've been doing a lot of different giveaways. Um, if it's, which I'm doing some new ones this month, but usually it's either PSN cards towards like stubs for MLB. I'll even just, if they'd rather just have the cash to do what they want, I'll send it through like Venmo. I've done trying to do some like hat giveaways, just trying to spice it up a little bit. I know this month I'm doing something different. I don't know if you've seen the different goals that I have set for this
Yeah,
month, but
yeah, I did see those. I think
yeah,
I
so
seen
I
them
have,
on Twitter.
yeah, I have different goals set throughout the month for like hitting different milestones of subscribers throughout the month. So like I'm doing cash giveaways with hat giveaways. So if they want something off fanatics.com, boom, they win the giveaway. I send it off. I have some hats that are lying around that I'm willing to give away if they're interested in those. I'm doing something cool. Every Wednesday, there's a streamer called Papa Vaz. I don't know if you've ever ran across Papa Vaz, but he's a great streamer as
Yeah.
well. He does a cardboard challenge on Wednesdays, and me and him, we open in real life packs, and we take these packs and we build teams, and then we end up facing each other. So my giveaway this month is at the end of the month. If I know that let's say you're a Mets fan and you're always supporting a Cards fan, whatever, I'm taking the bundle of cards that I pulled for those teams and I'm sending them off to you. That way, it's kind of a cool, we get something out of doing the cardboard challenge every Wednesday. So what I like to do is just make sure my viewers know that I appreciate them coming and supporting me. And it feels great that seeing the success, like big raids, uh, people staying from raids, it's a good feeling. And I can't say that I've been in a mind state that I want to stop doing this. I want to keep going forward. I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's the best thing, dude. Like especially if you're retaining when you're getting rated, that's when you know you're doing something right. Because like me personally, I've been up there myself. Like I mean, I've been 3,300 people in here already. I
Right.
got rated from Mutthead one night when they did the Friday Night Football. That was probably the biggest one I've had ever. Uh, Besides that, I've ran with like 1,500 people was my highest before that one.
That's
Um,
insane.
but rating that, like when you get those ratings like that, there's probably nothing better than like that, and especially when they stick around, they don't disappear right away,
Right.
and you can catch them. Like that's when you know you have that personality, you have that little it factor or something. It's either you're good at the game,
Right.
entertain, or you get the both. You're entertained and you're good at the game.
Right.
Not many people get both, but
Mm-hmm.
uh being able, I think that that's crazy that you're getting a scene like that throughout your community, just starting like that. Because I mean, it usually takes a while to get known inside the community.
Right.
It means you're definitely hitting right now. I
Right.
mean, what would be who's your biggest fan? Like, do you have a biggest fan yet? Do you have somebody that's every stream?
I have some smaller guys that recently have been trying to stream a little bit more and more. Uh, my buddy Junior, he's been around since the beginning. Dude's a mod in my chat. He's fantastic. the second the live button goes live, boom, he's in my stream. He will stop his stream just to come to my stream. And I tell him all the time, like, dude, don't stop what you're doing. Just to come see me. He's like, dude, I enjoy your stuff so much. I gotta come. And
Respect thing. I like it.
Right. It is. It's insane. My co-captain in Haunted for MLB, Trigger Trash Gaming. I don't know if you've talked to him before, but CJ is
Not yet.
Insane. One of the coolest guys you'll ever meet. Super supportive. We have opposite schedules, so we're kind of like coincide. So I don't stream when he streams. He doesn't stream when I stream. So it's kind of perfect. But just, I think right now he's my biggest fan on Twitch because he believes in me, and that means a lot to me. Like him just believing in what I'm doing. He believes in my gameplay. He believes in my streaming, and he believes in that he knows I can continue to grow and get better. He still doesn't think I've hit that peak. And he thinks, dude, you have not stopped. He said, there's so much potential for you to keep growing. And I think I'm closing out like 1,800 followers already in the first 4.5 months streaming on MLB. And it's just insane. It's insane.
That's pretty nice. I had, like I said, I try to tell people, they're like, well, what's your secret to success? I'm like, not like a secret to it. There's really not a secret to it. And it's like, be yourself and just do what you do and put out your content the best you can put out your content and just get better every stream. Like every stream has to be better than the next stream. Right. And you'll grow. Like it'll happen. And I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm talking to myself right now a little bit because I had the same kind of thing happen to me. Like, I mean, I hit 1,000 followers so quick. Like it was kind of hard to take in. And I think like that success sometimes you just like you get spoiled by it sometimes, and like when you have that one bad month, you're like,
right?
Am I no good now? Like,
right?
One of those things. But like, ceiling's definitely not nowhere near sight for you. Like, I mean, I've watched you. The ceiling is so far from being touched right now, man, and I think like the way you are going about it and the way I think that's what is selling so much to you is that you're not just playing the game, adding to your content, putting extra things in content. Kind of what I'm doing now when I came up with the show. I've had this show in my mind. I've talked to my community about this show for so long, and where I was before I came back, there was no way I could do this. There's not a chance. So I had to figure everything out. And like I said, now being where I am now, and this thing came to life, and I'm like, there's so many content creators out here on Twitch that some don't get seen all the time. Right. You know what I mean? Like you got when these big guys on, we're a shadow. You know what I mean? We're not running with hundreds, thousands. And when you get that on there, you get that little shadow over top of you, and see you peek your face through that. That says a lot. And you get that peak, when you start peeking through, you just got to push harder. Right. Like if you, I think if you push harder than what you are right now, I think you're going to see something exploding. Like that's how I feel when I watch your content. Like you got something different going on, and you're one of the, I think that's why I like to watch you when I do. Like I don't say much. I'm one of the guys that come in. I just watch what you're doing. And I appreciate that. And I think it's huge. I really think it's going to be huge because, like I said, there's so many people that just stream Diamond Dynasty, and that's all they do. Like, do people love that? Yeah. Do they love you open up packs? Yeah. But they're getting the difference is what's going to separate you. Right, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. I get people all the time. They're like, "How do I start with the show? How do I do this? How do I do that?" And I struggle with giving them a direct answer. The one thing I tell every person that comes to my stream, if they're like, how did you get into streaming? What do I do first, etc.? I say, just go live. Just go live. You don't need a camera. Act like you have hundreds of thousands of people in your chat. Just be talking up a storm. You're going to have that one person that you make an impact with that's always there. That one person's going to turn into 2. 2's going to turn into 4. 4's going to turn into 8, etc. It's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And you have to go in every stream with the mind state that you don't care about the numbers, because that's me. I do not care about the numbers. I care about making a difference in someone's life. If it's a guy like
There's a guy that comes on my stream all the time. His name's Max Pro, and I love when he comes in because he will straight up fill up my song request. He'll fill it up to the fullest with great music. He sits there and then he says, "Hey, I'm so glad you went live today. It just made my day." And that right there is huge, because
Yes.
if it wasn't for a little voice like that saying something, why would I do this?
Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, I think like I got chills just from hearing that. Like I understand it completely. Like I'm the same way. Like my community is the same way. Like they come in here and they support the way they do. Like I have a guy that's in here now, Mr. P. He's been here. I think he's been subbed to me for 19, 20 months. That's almost. I mean, it's not as long as I've been streaming, but it's almost as long as I've been streaming. You know what I mean? Like I've been streaming for a little bit over 2 years, and to have somebody want to stay in your chat and put up with me myself, like I mean, my wife doesn't even want to do that. We've been together for 12 years, and she still debates it day to day.
Right. Paige doesn't want to put up with me, huh?
But I mean, to have that support, man, it's just one of those. It's definitely a great feeling, and to know that you can make a difference in somebody's life by
Right.
just hitting a live button. I mean, you're not doing much. You just push the button and talk.
Right.
I guess sometimes that charisma carries over to them. You know what I mean? Like you're happy, you're putting that positive energy out. And I think that's one of the things is like people don't understand how positive force can go forward like that. Like just you being positive, being happy and having fun. That's
Right.
them. You know what I mean? That opens up a gate. It's like, oh, I had a bad day, but I'm good now. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's something that I've worked on over the last probably month and a half. Is with MLB, there's so many ups and downs. There's so many different glitchy things that can happen
Yummy
every day.
patches.
Oh my god! No idea.
I heard the last one was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
With hitting, I heard it like destroyed hitting.
It wasn't even necessarily hitting, dude. They won't fix the sole issue, which is fielding. I get it. We're in the middle of a COVID breakout, so I keep telling myself, I'm like, look, there's no reason to get mad at this game. It's just a game. You play it for fun. I'm doing it for the viewers. I'm doing it for all the people that come and watch me and support me. So I'm going to be positive and happy while I do it. Of course, there's going to be games where I'm going for a flawless run of BR and say I'm at 7-8-0 and some guy beats me or some crazy thing happens in the game. I'm going to get mad for a sec. But then I tell myself, I'm like, look, I'm doing it for you guys. Let's do it again. That has helped me a lot over the last month and a half, because I was in kind of a lull where I was getting really frustrated with the game. And I, even at one point, deleted it and sent out a video after I deleted it. It was a crazy clip. It was Eddie Matthews was up. There's a clip. I'll probably send it to you after so you can watch it. It's funny. Eddie Matthews is up. I'm playing a ranked season game. He hits a 2-run home run to tie the game, right? Because Acuna's on third. I got to tell you the stuff behind the scenes. So Acuna's on third. Eddie Matthews hits a 2-run homer, ties the game up. I lose. After he hits it, I lose. I'm like, wait, what? It counted as a solo shot, and the game was over.
Oh my goodness!
I sent the video to SDS, was frustrated, and then took a break. So I deleted the game and I took a break from, I think, like Thursday of that week until Sunday. I just didn't stream, didn't play it, nothing. Ever since I went live again after I re-downloaded it, boom, different mind state, different mindset. That little tiny break is huge. And there's some people that have noticed throughout this community that aren't necessarily with Haunted. I'm trying to think of some good examples. Can't think of names off the top of my head, but I'll go into their streams and I'll see how frustrated a person gets. Even if they're big, small, I don't care. I will tell them, like, look, just be positive with the game and you're going to feel so much better about it. I don't care how crazy the game can be or what it can do to you to maybe put you in a bad mood. You have to be positive, because if you're positive, your chat's positive. And when your chat's positive, smooth sailing, baby. It's just
now the real question is: have you ever broken a controller over the game?
On stream? No.
On stream? No. Where's the content and breaking it off stream?
I've been very. Let's just say that I've been very close.
Madden got me. What, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. There's a clip out there somewhere. Madden got me. I had something similar to you. I literally had an interception. You see my animation go up. You seen the ball in my hands. Game glitches. pulls the ball through my hand to the guy behind me. Guy
Oh no.
grabs it and takes it for a touchdown, wins the game. Literally, dude, I literally grabbed the controller and I literally spiked it off I spiked it off the floor. I had enough. I was like, dude, I'm done playing this game. I'm going to play Call of Duty. I don't even think I did though. I think I stayed playing playing Madden afterwards. But
I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to see that clip.
I get it. I get it. I get the frustrations of it. I mean, now the state of MLB right now,
Hmm.
the last patch.
Hmm.
How do you feel about it?
It's hard to give an opinion on the game this year because since the game has been released, they haven't been working in San Diego studios. They've been doing what they can from home. I'm not going to penalize them for it. So I've been trying to be positive about it. They're doing the best they can with the limited resources they have to fix the game. Um, Basically, I've just come with the mindset the game is what it is at this point. You just have to overcome the little things that can happen. If it's get better at hitting, which I've been getting a lot better at hitting, and I think that's helping. I've been practicing even offline. Uh, it's, is it the best game they've ever come out with? No. Does it have potential to be the best? Yes. And there's only two things they got to fix: fielding, which has been a huge issue since day one, and inconsistency with placement of your PCI on the ball, like the different results that you can get. Those are the two things they need to tweak a little bit. And if those are tweaked, best game they've ever come out with, because the content is soaring right now.
Oh
It is
man, there's so much in that
perfect.
game.
It is perfect.
Yeah, there's so much in the game. I've noticed that myself when I loaded up. I didn't get into it too much this year. I don't know why, but just I don't know if it was because baseball wasn't out and I couldn't like get pumped up about it or what. But like I was pumped for the game, and the game comes out. I got the game. I played the game for a couple minutes and literally cut it off. And it's
Right.
um,
And
yeah, I don't know
it's,
why, but
yeah,
it's just one of those things, man.
it's a tough game to be consistent at. And I've been getting better lately. Like my ranked record, I'm 70-33. I've hit World Series twice in a row. Played my first game on Legend. I'm not good, man. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm not good. Oh,
You
man.
go past you go past 900 rating, it's a whole nother ball game, man. I got
Yeah,
absolutely carved up by Kluber.
it's like that. It's like that with Madden too. You get to a certain spot and like head to head, and it's like it's just like these guys come out with these formations you haven't seen the whole way up through ranking, and next thing you know, there are 13 people flying at you. You don't know where they're coming from, and then
Right.
you can't do nothing because you can't block 13 people. That's what it feels like. You got 13 people coming at you, and there ain't even 13 on the field.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I mean, so you could change one thing. Is there anything? Let's put it this way: is there anything in your streaming career as of right now that you would change?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Is there anything in the future that you're looking forward to putting out or doing?
I'm always looking for improvements. Something I'm working on right now. I want to get in touch with somebody who can work on sub scenes because I want someone when they come into my stream, I want them to feel like they're appreciative of subscribing. So I'm going to pump some money into my stream if I have to come up with some crazy sub scene. I have a great idea. I'm not going to release it yet, but
Gotcha,
you'll love it.
gotcha,
You'll love it.
gotcha.
It's just getting a hold of the right person to do it. I know a couple people. I've reached out to a couple people. I just know the one person I know that I want to do it has been super busy, so it's been tough. But that's the next step in what I want to do with my stream. I need to get a sub scene so that when people sub, they feel 100% appreciative. If they don't already, I make sure you feel appreciative. I thank you. Sometimes I'll even shout you out. Like if I know who you are, boom, you supportive of me, I support you. Um, yeah, that's just me, man. When someone comes into my chat, I love just making them
Like
feel like
they're at home.
it's yeah, like they can just have a conversation, and
Yeah.
that's something I tweeted out. I want to say about like a month ago. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick, and I'll.
I think that's actually a huge thing with a lot of people is they I think they forget. Some people forget that there's another human being on the other side of the screen,
Right.
and You don't. I try to explain this to a lot of people and why I am the way I am, because I feel like I'm a lot like you,
Right.
and it's more or less is like I don't know how that person's day is going, what they're going through in life, um, what could what might be going on right now. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
could be terrible. I mean, they could be in a bad state of mind or anything, health issues. That, but I think that's why I am the way I am. I shoot it real. I give it real, and I think that's why I'm always down to help somebody, is because you just don't know on the other
Right.
side.
Exactly. Exactly. What's crazy is every person that comes into your stream could end up being someone who makes an impact on your life. That's how I look at it. That person coming into my stream could be someone down the road that does something that could change something, or just their little support with the follow. Every time someone follows, it makes me feel, wow, this person cares enough to hit that follow button. It To me, it feels like they enjoy the content. They want to come back. And that's just the type of atmosphere I've tried to create, I'm decent at MLB. Would I say I'm the best? No. I'm decent. But gameplay aside, I make sure my chat that's my number one priority every stream. And I think that's where a lot of content creators, I wouldn't say a lot, there are some content creators in the MLB community, they struggle with chat. They don't, when I go into a stream, I want to feel welcome. I don't want, you know, say you say something to a guy and he's like, hey, and then that's it. They never say another word to you again. You might say something else. They don't recognize it. That's just not me. I
I'm not. I'm 100% the exact same way. Like I don't like it. I hate it. I think that's why I stay away from like a lot of bigger streamers. Like
Yep.
there's so many people, and I don't blame it on them. I mean, they've grown their content to an extreme stature. I mean, like if you got Ninja, you got Tim the Tap Man, those type of
Oh,
people, any of those type of guys, like their chats are moving 100 miles an hour.
right.
They're not reading it. And plus, those guys are top tier players. They're gonna put out top tier content on their game, because that's what that they're not saying that Ninja and Tim are entertainers, but I feel as they're more gameplay guys, entertainers. Now,
Right.
when you get into it, like I look at it this way, because Doctor Disrespect, he's the guy. He's the
Right.
it factor. He's got
Right.
the entertainment. He's got the gameplay. He can do both at the same time.
Right.
I seen a clip last night and it was hilarious. I was on Instagram, and there was a clip where he was running. He's like, "Yeah, I'm bored." Da da da. He's running. Next thing you know, somebody sniped him. They didn't get the kill. They hurt him, but he's like, "You got one shot. That's it. That's all you get." And then he's like, "Show your face." And then the guy, like, you see the little sniper
Right.
light flicker, and he pops this dude. Pops him. He says, He didn't kill him first shot. Just did enough to knock him down. He's like, he's like, get up, you little pussy. And I'm losing it. I'm like, yes, this is like quality. And
Right.
so the guy gets up and he's like, gave you the warning. Now it's time for you to die. And he literally pulls it up. This guy pops his head. And he's like, poof, and all you hear is this sniper, and it hits him dead in the head and kills the guy instantly. And he's like, this guy's not even on my level, not even close, and just keep
Right.
running and keeps running. And I'm like, how to be able to do both of those things is absolutely,
Right.
because it's not
And
easy. It's not easy to be good at the game and be entertaining at the same time.
it's very hard. And I kind of knew the easiest part for me would be entertaining, because that's just who I am. I'm very personable. I am very outgoing. My sense of humor is out of this world. You should see some of the stuff that goes on in chat. It's hilarious. Uh, Outside of that, the hardest part was being able to stream, pay attention, and give out good gameplay. And I want to do both. I like being good because I'm competitive as hell. I
Really?
think I performed in 10 tournaments since, I want to say, August
Like
of last
MLB?
year.
Is that MLB
Yep.
tournaments?
All
Wow,
MLB tournaments.
I didn't even know they had those.
Yep. Oh yeah, hit me up. I'll
I'm not
get you
good at
in.
the game. I'm not
Oh,
good
it's
at
all
the
right.
game. Oh,
Don't matter.
I'm good. Like I go on Diamond Dynasty and I'm like in rookie or whatever it is, and they get back 8-0. I'm good. I mean,
But
you want to talk Madden? Yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna go
I
there.
probably couldn't hold your jockstrap in Madden. I'll be honest with you. I haven't played Madden since I want to say Madden '08.
Oof, I changed since '08.
It's been a minute. I used to love Madden '08 on PS2, man. Used to love it.
So,
But
I mean, now, what do you have? What is you going to be? What's your future outlook for? Are you looking to end up possibly going time with it, or are you just going to strictly stay part time streamer with it?
I've talked with this with people before, outside of some stuff off stream with some people who are also content creators, and I don't look at this as a business. So I don't look at this as like my career. I look at this more as something to give back to the community, or something as an outlet for someone who maybe is battling depression, who needs someone to look up to. It's more of a role model thing. Uh, that's kind of what I do in my job now. I'm basically a role model for kids. So people who can come into my chat and can, you know, either look up to me, relate to me, whatever, that's enough for me. If someday we, grow to a point where we hit partner status, or gets to a point where it could be considered a career, I don't know. I would love to go full time. It's just I love what I'm doing now,
Mm.
um, which is juggling both. It's hard, but I love doing both things, and that's basically it. So like it's hard to say if I'd ever see this as full time, and that's it, because
Understandable.
I don't know if I could quit my current job to do it full time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, with family and everything, I know you have a roommate and everything like that, and you're out of the house and stuff like that. How's your family with it? How's the girlfriend? Did they give you like complete 100% support, or is there like that borderline they don't understand it? How's that?
So growing up, my dad, he was a big outdoorsman. He hated video games. He used to give my brother crap all the time, saying that video games is why he didn't graduate college. He gave me crap too, playing too much, etc. So it's almost like I wanted to prove a point that it's more than just a game, because it is. Uh, it's easy to say when people are like, "Why do you get mad? Why do you get upset? Or why do you do what you do?" It's just a game. It's not. Streaming to me is more than just playing the game. It's making a difference. So explaining to them the success that I've had since I've started, I don't think my dad's really grasped it. My mom has. My mom has been pretty supportive of it. She said, "Keep doing it." My girlfriend Paige, she's very supportive too. She'll sometimes hop in the chat, and chat gets a kick out of when she's in there. But I feel like if my immediate support, as regards to family, girlfriend, even my roommate, if nobody supported it, I don't know how I could do it, or how I could have even started. Because it's one thing, you build relationships with people on Twitch and whatnot, but it kind of goes back to, I played baseball 14 years, and I didn't play my senior year in high school because I had zero family support when it came to baseball. My mom loved that I played, but she couldn't come to the games because she had to work. My dad could give a shit less if I played. So I didn't play my senior year and stopped because I had no one supporting me, and that's why to me numbers don't matter when it comes to streaming, because it doesn't matter if you have 50,000, 10,000, 5, whatever, people watching or people following you. At the end of the day, if your immediate family or immediate social network, if they don't support you, it's hard to do it. It really is.
100%. I mean,
So,
I'm kind of like that with my wife. My wife, like, I feel as like she's does support, but then she doesn't support. Like, I think she crosses lines sometimes. Like, she goes back
right,
and forth with it. Like, sometimes she'll look at, well, it's just a hobby or it's just something to do. But then there's times where she's like she'll look at it and she'll come out here and she'll look and see what I'm doing and see like that I'm really enjoying myself and I'm really
right.
putting out this and like people are feeding off of it and she's seeing what the community does. Like my community just paid a ridiculous amount of money for the new camera I just got and
Looks great.
whatnot, and it They paid for all it. Like they literally did that, and that that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like to me, I'm like in my head that this doesn't happen to me. I show her, and she's like she. I think she gets mad because they do stuff like that, and she can't. She go out and buy expensive things, but I mean, like I always tell her, I'm like, this is what it takes. It takes a lot. It takes a lot from me, from my
Right.
family sometimes, but I've gotten a lot better from it and learned how to adjust and try to give that time to them. And I said, without my community, I don't have half of what I have.
Right.
Easy. And I think that is where you come, like me and you were meshed together. Is I was the same way. My mom didn't watch. My mom was at some of my games. My dad barely at any of my games. So I think that's what it comes down to is when you don't have that in life, it's kind of like streaming. You have the people that actually, and it's
True.
kind of filling that void that you didn't have as a kid,
Right.
and something new to you, and it's a different feeling that you're not used to, and so that's why it kind of feeds you, and you just want to keep doing it, and you'll do it for hours upon hours if you have
Right.
to. I mean, it's huge. I mean, I'm impressed that your girlfriend actually supports, like, because some of the
Yeah.
girlfriends don't like it. You know what I mean? They're like, I need the attention or stuff like that. So I mean, that's cool that you get that support from her and whatnot. I mean,
Right. She has her days where she goes, "Are you going live today? I kind of want to see you." But that's what it is. It's a balance. It's a balance.
balance. I think that's probably one of the toughest things in streaming is the balance,
Right.
because you get in those grooves like you right now where you're at. You're in that groove. You're just firing. Like all cylinders are firing. You're growing. People are subbing, following. Like your channel getting pushed out. You're starting to see stuff get retweeted and all that other good stuff. And that
Right.
fuels you. Like I mean, it's just like it's the competitive. I think the competitive side comes out, and you're like, I need more. I need more. I need more. The more I do this, the more is going to happen. And I think that's what makes balancing hard. I know it for me. That's what makes it hard because when I'm popping off, I have a good group of people in there, and I'm firing. Like I don't want to get off. Like
Right.
I
I'm the
just want to
same way.
keep going. And it's like I feel as if I shut down, like then I'm missing out on something. And I don't. I it took me a long time. It really did take me a long, long time to kind of catch the balance of it and step back, take days off, and hey, I'm
Right.
okay. My community is going to be here when I get back. They're not going
Right.
anywhere. They know I'm not leaving. I'm not going to be
Right.
missing for a week or anything like that. God forbid. I mean, they went through 30 days without me, so I don't know if they can handle another week.
Well, look
Probably
at
can.
that. Your community's still here.
Yeah, they're here. They're
It's
probably
still
not
here.
willing. They're not. I don't know if they're willingly still here, but they're still here.
Still here.
But yeah, I mean, when you like I said, I'm blown away by the success right off the rip already. Like, I mean, you said 6 months, right? Total.
Not even.
Not even 6 months now. 1,800 followers.
No.
How many subs?
I think right now in the last 30 days we're at like 305.
305.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know if I seen that in my first 4 months. I don't even know if it might have been way after that before. I
Yeah.
just seen my biggest month ever back in December, 1,200.
That's
That was.
crazy.
I mean, I'm nowhere near that now. I mean, a lot of stuff. I mean, it's Christmas time, it's holiday time. A lot of people
Oh,
are
of
like
course.
gifting, giving, and to
Right.
retain that. I mean, I don't think. I mean, honestly, people tell me I'm good at what I do, but I'm like, I really don't feel that good at it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still learning day by day. Still
Oh, of
learning how to
course.
get better. Still learning how to adjust things, how to put out different content to separate myself from the other Madden streamers and like whatnot. Trying to make myself seen, trying to fight against like Madden Live when Madden Live comes out because they
Right.
get drops, they get free shit giveaways, and it's kind of a little bit harder to keep content out. I don't have free stuff to give away, so I can't get no. I don't see views. At those at the time it gets tough, and so I was like, I have to come up with something else, and that's where it came from. And I think it's fun because it puts eyes
Right.
on. It's putting eyes on a different streamer. You know what I mean? It's putting
Right.
eyes on somebody that may not be. You're in an amazing spot right now. No, some MLB players might not know who you are, you know what I mean? Or MLB
Right.
people that watch who you are. So you get these out, this goes up on YouTube. That's another set of eyes for you. And Rosie said hi.
What's up, Ruthie?
But
That right there, that right there is why I love Haunted Esports, man. You know how many streams Rosie's in?
oh, he's all
Almost
over the place.
every single stream when I go live. I see
He's
that
all over the
Rosie.
place. He's all
Right,
over the place. Crazy.
right.
I still think he needs some work on his Madden game, but it's him and squads. Whoo! I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding.
It's calling you out.
Anytime you want to squad up, let me know. Yeah, that's what I like right now. It's just I'm floored by that. Like the numbers are crazy. Numbers are crazy. Like, how do you wrap your head around it? Have you been able to grasp it yet?
No, no. It's just you wake up every day, you just want to hit the live button. I'm not gonna lie with you. There's days I don't even want to be at work because I want to be.
You get the itch at work.
You get the itch. 2:00 hits, and you're like, all right, here we go. We got an hour.
Yeah,
we got an hour. And then boom, we're live.
I was the same way. Like I understand all this. Like it's
Right.
so crazy how much like our careers are kind of close to each other streaming wise. I remember like I worked at FedEx, like, and I was a trainer there and had to train people how to load boxes and trucks, unload the boxes, and I was one of the faster guys. I was probably the fastest guy unloading. Like I did around 2,400 boxes an hour.
That's crazy.
So I used to hum. I destroyed my shoulder doing it, but I was a worker, and I remember there'd be days, man, like it'd be 100-some degrees in this place at nighttime. You're inside of a box that's just been baked outside in the yard. Then you get in this dusty old truck with these dirty old boxes. You're sucking in dust all night, and then it's like the first thing you want to do. Like you get out, you're tired. You got to get up at 7:00 in the morning. You go home. It's like if I get home, it's 3:00. I jump in the shower, get out. It's 3:00 in the morning. I'm pushing the live button. Like it's a bad itch because you kind of lose a little bit of focus on what you're supposed to be doing at your job when you get the success like that right off the rip.
Yeah, that's completely true. And you alter your schedule a little bit just to balance things out. So like a lot of things what I do on weekends, I haven't done it. I'd say it's been about 2 weeks since I was doing it. Say Saturday, Sunday comes, I have to be at work at 7 in the morning. So I say like a Friday, I get off at 3. I'll take a break from streaming sometimes on a Friday, and I'll go to bed super early and get up super early before work and stream. So stream into work. You know,
boy. He's as bad as I am.
That's what I'm saying. So I was doing that on weekends for a little bit, and what's crazy is, it's a different set of viewers at different times of the day. So absolutely. I get on say Wednesday and Thursday are my off days. So I get my viewership during the day. I know who's going to be in there. Sometimes if I stream Friday, same thing. It's probably similar to my Wednesday, Thursday, but then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it's all different because it's either super early in the morning or I start super late after work on a Monday and Tuesday at like 11 p.m. at night. And it's those viewers. It's just, I have a good system going where I get the people who want to see me at those different times, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, you got it has like I've noticed that myself because like I like the morning time because I feel as I get to catch the UK at a perfect time. I get to catch the early morning on the US. You know what I mean? They're waking up. Like East Coast is like I'll be live at 10:30, 7:30 at the West Coast, and they're going to be coming into the stream right as I'm starting to get in that good little peak area.
Right.
And UK is already at 10 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock over there. You know what I mean? It's 5 p.m. in the UK. So that's like prime time, like in that spot. And I love being live like that. Like I see it. I'm the same way. Like if sometimes I have to stream at nighttime, like right now we're streaming at night, and I see a little bit of different mix at night. And it's enjoyable because you get to talk to a set of people. And you still have your regulars that are nonstop loyal, and they don't care when you live button, no matter what throughout the day. And you're like, oh yeah, that guy's gonna be there. And then what sucks is the times that you do push it, you're so used to that person being there, and that person like might be busy doing something else, Like
Yep.
Anthony for a fact. Like I'm so used to Anthony being in here. Like I'll call his name out. Like I won't even realize he's not in chat and he won't be there. I'm like, Anthony, look, I got this card for you. Dude's not in chat at this because he's got his own thing going. He's got his own life. So and I'm so used to him being there. And I'm like, damn, where's he at? And I'll look and I'm like, he's not even in here. Like, what am I doing?
Right.
Like it's one of those cool things to be able to experience is having those people being loyal to you.
Right.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm
go ahead.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up to the chat and let them ask their questions for you. We're at about 50 minutes and I'm gonna keep it around an hour for you. That way it's not
Yeah.
girlfriend thing and she doesn't beat you. I know how
Yeah,
that
don't beat me up, Paige.
I know how that spousal beat goes down. You know what I mean? My wife comes out here, she punches me in my face and walks away sometimes on the street.
I don't think Paige has punched me yet.
I'm joking. No, but so if anybody in chat has a question, Cream, let me know. And then he can read the chat and see it and
yeah, I got it up right now.
That stuff. So you know what you guys think.
Yeah, feel free. Rosie said, man, Cream's the reason I still play MLB. Appreciate that, man.
Play MLB because of that. I don't know. I can't do it. Why?
Hey, I give good tips. That's all I can say. I could explode on YouTube content, and that's me being confident. I really could. I just have no idea where to find the time of day to do YouTube, work, and stream. I just can't.
Yeah, it's a tough.
It's hard.
It's really it is. This is my YouTube content. These interviews of lately.
Smart.
Been pretty much easier for me to do because I don't edit these things. They come out. This is how I've been told. Like people want to see them.
Raw and uncut.
I raw and uncut it. Like the title says, it is what it is. And people, they're either gonna watch it or not. Okay, here we go. We get an MLB season. My Yankees win it all if Judge half the starters stay hurt.
No, are you kidding? Rosie, keep dreaming, my guy.
Bro, just take Judge out there to that little spot they have out there to Babe Ruth and all them and just lay him down.
Rosie, I know you're a Yankees fan, and this is going to hurt a little. Aaron Judge is one of the most overrated players in baseball.
There you have it,
and here's why I say it. How many seasons has Judge played fully through?
Oh,
Rosie. How many seasons has Judge been in the lineup and played at least 150 games? Because how can you start comparing a guy to the best players in the league if he can't consistently be on the field?
Whoa. He said, whoa, that's a hot take, bro.
Isn't it? I mean, it's not a knock on Judge at all because I think Judge has the talent to be one of the best. But since his rookie year, Judge hasn't played a full healthy season. And I'm sure you guys see that in the NFL. You see guys that break out on the scene, and then all of a sudden, it's almost like they keep being talked about. One guy that I feel like's been overhyped his entire career in the NFL. This is coming from my perspective. I'm not huge on the NFL, but I know about Cam Newton.
I'm a Cam fan. I mean,
you're a Cam fan?
I like Cam. I really do. I like what he does with his inside of the community. The guy is very, very humbling guy when it comes to that stuff. On the field, I mean, he has been banged up, but he's a competitive guy, and I think a lot of it that he keeps getting hurt is because he keeps coming back too early.
Let's play devil.
I really think that Cam would just take his time and actually heal and recover. He could back to top guy.
Oh, of course. The dude's got he's got all the skill set to do it. And that's been his problem though. It's just injuries. Injury bug hit him. Andrew Luck was that guy. He retired early with the Colts. He's getting hurt all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like a lot of people bash these guys for retiring earlier too. You're starting to see it a lot more in the NFL than anywhere else. I mean, baseball, these guys go for ridiculous seasons if they're good. I mean, if they're good, if they're one of these top tier players, like these mega stars is what I call them. Like you got the Manny Machados, you got these guys out here ridiculous. Like they got Bryce Harper's one of those guys, man. The guy can't stay healthy.
Yep.
I mean,
And it's crazy to me that Harper was even compared to Mike Trout. And I say that
not by
because
far.
Bryce Harper has played one, maybe two full healthy seasons his entire career. And he's had one MVP caliber season. Outside of that, he's an average hitter.
I mean, honestly, when we touch on that subject, I have a sour spot for Bryce Harper in my heart. I live near the Harrisburg Senators,
Mm-hmm.
the AA team for the Nationals.
Right.
He was there, asshole. I mean, his attitude, his charisma, it all
I've
stunk.
actually heard that.
It all stunk. Like there was kids asking for his autograph. Might have been like 3 or 4 around the time of this. Like at him and just kept walking. I'm like, bro. And then I find out like his agent put a limit to how many autographs he can sign there.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, bro, are you kidding? Like, hey, bro. And I think that's what happened to him. I really think that's what happened to his attitude is the hype that he received through high school, being as young as he was, having the success he was, and just knowing he was going pro. Like he knew he was going pro. Like,
right. Yeah.
At one time, his mom was like, "Oh, he has to go to college," and that changed by the time it was time to graduate. He was straight to the pros. You know,
a good comparison with Bryce Harper and an old Hall of Famer. When it comes to being seen as the guy, is the kid. King Griffey Jr. came up young as hell, raw, ton of talent. But I think King Griffey Jr. handled it in such a more humble way.
Oh yeah, by far.
And that's
player
why
all time.
Right, and that's why King Griffey Jr. was so successful. Dude could hit.
Sweetest swing in MLB. Never be another one like it.
No. My favorite player of all time. Good question. Thanks for asking, guys. Is Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols, that's a good one.
Albert Pujols, man, just the greatest right-handed hitter that's ever lived.
At least you know he never juiced it, like Mark McGwire, like your other buddy from the Cardinals.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. Yeah.
I was a little sad that when I found out him and Pedro Martinez, because Pedro was my guy, bro. I started wearing 45 in baseball because of him,
mm-hmm.
and like. I was so mad, man. I was just like I wanted to be Pedro. Like that's who I modeled myself as coming up through high school and everything. Like I just wanted
to answer your question, Ruzi, without Judge in 2017, the Yanks don't make the playoffs. Whatever you said, the Judge deserves the MVP that year over Altuve. Of course, the Astros cheated out of their asses with all that technology they were using. Here's a hot take. What Barry Bonds did and all these other guys taking steroids, what they did, I don't even think hits the level of what the Astros did. The Astros, you tell me this, what do you think's easier? Taking a steroid to play day in and day out or a performance-enhancing drug to stay healthy and perform at the highest level, or knowing exactly what pitch is coming?
What pitch is coming?
Right. And that's why I think what the Astros did is at the top of the craziest thing.
Definitely unexcusable. I mean, my thing is like, if you allow them to do that, I don't think anybody really got in trouble.
Nope.
How do you keep Pete Rose out?
Yep. 100%.
I mean, how do you keep one of the best hitters out of anything to do with MLB and you allow that to happen?
Well, here's the thing with Pete Rose. Pete Rose was not using gambling in a way to, throw games or give himself an advantage. He was just betting on games to make money because he thought his teams were going to win. That's what I don't understand, why people trip so much on what Pete Rose did. He still is the greatest. He has the most hits ever in the history of the game. You have to be in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds, most home runs ever, has to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what you say. They got to be.
I think where that comes in with the stereotypic type is going to be, would Bonds have hit those without PED? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Does
maybe
he put
not
all
as
them out?
many.
I mean, I think Bonds, the way he swung, and the way how good he was, I think he gets close. I don't know that he breaks it because I mean he hit a lot of home runs in some of them seasons.
Here's where you're gonna take and here's where you take the stats, the legit stats of Bonds. Take his last 5 years, throw him out of the door. That's how many home runs. You say that because his final 5 years, the dude's performing, still hitting 20 home runs a year. That's because of those roids, because he's able to play day in and day out and not get hurt. So say you take away 100 home runs. The dude's about 662 home runs. That's Hall of Fame still.
Yeah, I mean, it's still there, honestly. I mean, I agree 100%. I think I think it just tarnished things. You know what I mean? I think that's why it's looked at the way it is. I mean, it's just like Jose Canseco, man. He was a monster. And then here come the steroids. Yeah. And it tarnished him. It destroyed who he was. It did the same thing to Mark McGwire. Like it destroyed their legacies. Yep. Like Roger Clemens, another one, destroyed legacies. Like
Andy Pettitte.
These guys, I don't understand it. They make millions. They're getting paid. Baseball is one of the highest paid sports. Guys are making stupid money. I mean, what's Manny Machado's? 10 years, 310 million, something like that.
Yeah, Bryce Harper's making like 350 million. Trout's making like 400 million.
And honestly, like if I'm playing a sport and I have the choice between NFL and Major League Baseball, I think I'm going Major League.
Guaranteed.
Getting a contract, bro. Like I only need one. I only need one, and I'm good.
It's guaranteed money too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I only need one good contract for a good 5 years. I'm good.
I wish the NFL would change the way that they do contract negotiations and what the contracts actually entail, because I don't believe in the whole non-guaranteed. You sign a contract, you're committing to a player.
Well, I mean, they get guaranteed money. They just don't get a full contract guaranteed money. They get like some of them, like look at Alex Smith for example. He came into the Redskins and he got hurt. Right. Destroyed his leg. He's going through it. His leg's all chewed up and looks like something got blown.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
I think he was actually guaranteed. Like he signed a pretty good contract, and his was, I think he ended up getting like 40 million something guaranteed or 60 million something guaranteed out of that contract. So I mean, he's hurt, legs destroyed, can't play. That money's still his money.
Right.
Now, I mean, you also have like Kirk Cousins did it the good way. Like if they get franchise tagged, a quarterback gets franchise tagged, they make, I think what Kurt make 20. He ended up making, I think it was like 22 million, 23 million for a season.
Right.
I mean, it's not baseball money, but
no.
I mean, 23 million in a season, and he got tagged back-to-back seasons. That's all guaranteed.
Right.
You get tagged like that. I mean, every contract has some type of, and then his Viking contract, what was his Viking contract? He got 80 million, 60 million guaranteed, I think it was. Then then he just got an extension. Yeah, he's made, like, I'll tell you, he might not be one of the top tier quarterbacks, but he knows how to make his money.
Yeah, true.
I'll give Kurt that much.
True.
Yeah, so I mean, anybody else have questions for him?
Yeah, feel free. Ask anything.
Fire away. Give me something, guys. Give me something good. Somebody give something juicy. Somebody push the buttons.
Watch. It's gonna be some random question. Hot dogs or hamburgers? Watch.
Hot dogs and hamburgers. Oh, we could throw that question in there. So, pineapple and pizza.
Of course.
He's a pineapple guy.
I like variety, man.
Yeah, I don't do pineapple at all. I hate pineapple.
I love pineapple. It's like my favorite fruit. Why hasn't Cream
modded Bruzy in his stream yet?
I want to make those mods feel like, that's hard, man. I want to make. Here's the thing, man. With the people that are mods in my stream, they've been supporting since day one. It's tough. It's tough to become a mod for me.
Yeah, I'm
saying,
not saying it can't happen.
Not saying it can't happen. But that is a hard one. That's a hard question. Like, that is a question you should ask every streamer. Like, why? How do you become a mod? Or how do you become a VIP? So here, I'll answer those two questions. To become a mod in my stream, you got to be mature. I can't. I want someone who can ban people when they need banned, can update things when they need to update, let me know about certain people that are saying things or doing things, etc. Um, Loyalty too. Like if they've been loyal for a while and they're in there every single day, I'd rather someone be a mod that's in there all the time than someone who may come in once a week. It defeats the purpose of the mod in general. When it
He
goes
can lay the hammer.
right, and as regards, oh yeah, we ban a lot of trolls.
Well, he said he can lay it. He said he's good. I don't know how you lay a hammer, but I mean,
I'm ready. And in VIP, sometimes I'll give you a VIP if you do something unique in my stream. Like some guy, his name's Just CC. I gave him a VIP the other day. He came up with my 5th emote idea. So I wanted to show a little appreciation. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make you a VIP of my channel, man. I honest to God appreciate that you came up with this idea. And here's the email, you'll love it. So yeah, you know how those good okays?
Yeah.
We got good
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. I like it. I think that's one of the coolest things about streaming too, is how unique can you get with your own emotes. Right. Like everybody has, like at one point I swear you could go in every stream, everybody had a GG's or they had some other type of thing that was all the same. Like we've changed. Like I just came up with the sticky one, and like that is probably my favorite emote ever because it came out of my brain, and many things don't come out of my brain. Right. When they do, I have to act on them because I'll probably lose it probably 5 minutes.
Right.
And I was sitting here, and I'm like, dude, I'm saying this, like I got to do something with it. Right. And I was sitting here one day, and I'm literally holding this controller. I'm holding it like this. I'm like, I pulled my hand off, and that's when it came to my mind. I was like, dude, I was like sticky stuff to the controller.
I love it.
I was like, I said it to the chat. They're like, dude, that's gonna be awesome. And I gave them the vision. I was like, we're gonna turn this into something. And that's when we turned it into t-shirts, and we turned it into emote and everything. Man, it was crazy the stuff that you can come up with.
I'd say that's awesome.
Like all your stuff is original, and that's what I like about it. Like that's your stuff. Nobody else. I've never seen any of that on anybody else's stuff.
Right.
So I mean, you definitely got your head in the right spot. You definitely got. He said you don't mod him because he's a Yanks fan.
Hey,
it's a good possibility.
Junior's a mod. He's the #1 Yankees fan in my chat.
Boy, so it's not that. I think what he's telling you is you need to step up your game.
I guess so. Ooh, sandwich.
No, I don't do ranch, bro. No ranch on the sandwich.
Yeah, I don't do ranch on the sandwich either. That's part of too. I noticed because I was looking through your profile and stuff. I've had people message me asking, "Hey, is there any way you're going to have merchandise?" And that's something I need to work on here in the next 2 weeks. I really want to push merch.
There's a couple places you can do it at. I mean, you got Designed by Humans is a pretty good one. I mean, they have a little less stuff, and then only thing I don't really like about them is you can't put anything on the back. Like you can't put your anything to the back. Right. And then that's why I have 2 different ones. I have Teespring, and which allows you to flip it over, and they don't charge you anything extra. You can actually put your Twitch link on the back of your shirt. That's what I did. I put my Twitch link on the back of it. So I give them the choice. Like go here if you want the link. If you don't want the link, go here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what we're doing is we might just go down to one store. I ordered my wife one. She wanted one. I ordered hers from Designed by Human. And a lot of these places, what they'll do is as you sell more stuff, they open up different type of merch. Like I just got the little things you stick on the back of your phone to hold it. That thing that they got out.
Right.
That pop thing. Yeah. So they just got that. There's socks and everything in places. But you go on that. That's how you can do it. You can switch it up and whatnot. I mean, it's not hard. You just got to take the graphic and just post it on, and they'll actually they'll put it right in the middle of the shirt where it needs to be and all that stuff.
Right.
Pretty simple stuff. I mean, there's a 2 that I tend to use. I don't use Streamlabs anymore. Streamlabs has its thing, but I feel Streamlabs.
Do you use OBS?
I use Streamlabs OBS, yes, but I don't use them. They have a merch store.
Oh, merch store. Gotcha.
And their stuff is pretty expensive.
Is there any way you could send me a link to some of that stuff? Just in
I can send you all of them.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's Trigger's been pushing. He's like, dude, we're getting you merch. He's been pushing.
Hey, you gotta put it out when you're hot, man. Put it out when you're hot.
That's right. I've already had people say they want a shirt with cream pie on it.
Hey,
so.
I mean, that's the best part of it is using your emotes for your shirts.
Right.
Like a lot of people are like, oh, I'd wear that, and get it going, and then you're like, man, well,
right.
But I mean, it comes in time. Like I said, I don't expect anybody to go out and buy it right now. I'm not going to 20s right now for people with jobs, and I get it. But
if I could,
you could build a team around one other player, one other than King Albert. Who would it be?
You're talking all time or current players? I have two different answers if that's the case.
That's interesting. We talking current players, or are we talking any type of player, like all around?
Any. Whew.
That's a tough one for the Cardinals. There's some always come through there.
I mean, this may not even be a Cardinal.
Look at this. He might go away.
I'll be real with you guys. This is going to really piss him off. If I were to pick one guy, because I don't want to choose an obvious, I'm going to go unique with this answer. One guy I'd want to build my team around, David Ortiz. And here's why.
Went to the Boston Red Sox.
David Ortiz was one of my favorite players growing up watching. The dude played the game at such a high level. I get it. He's a DH. DHs need love too. I don't care. The dude could hit.
Edgar Martinez, bro. One of my favorites.
Yo, David Ortiz still was popping a 300 average, hitting 30 home runs at age 36. Tell me one guy that's putting up numbers like that consistently every year.
I mean, if Griffey could have stayed healthy, he probably could have did it.
Yeah. Griffey's basically my pick. I mean, you can't not pick Griffey.
I would have been like that. Would like there's not a player in MLB that I would pick over Griffey. They're honestly not. Back when he was priming, where he started catching the injuries, man. No, there wasn't a better baseball. I don't think there's no way over Griffey. Jeter over Griffey.
No way. No way.
You're getting this. You're getting this. Woody Woodpecker.
No, definitely. Griffey would be my actual realistic choice. I was just going with the unique answer with the Ortiz. But yeah, dude, you can't not choose Griffey, man. He played the game right all around. It was just, he was such a likable guy.
I had a lot of respect for you. I still have respect for you. Jeter over Griffey? And it's like Allen Iverson talking. This is like you're talking game and practice, bro. You're talking practice over the game.
But some people say Jeter wasn't even the best shortstop on his team. A lot of people said A-Rod was the better shortstop. I mean, no, that's a realistic topic. A lot of people they try to argue that Derek Jeter wasn't that great of a defensive shortstop, and he was overhyped with some of the plays he made. And
he makes some good plays, though.
He did. No, he made a lot of good plays. He said, "I just lost his sub." He was defensively a better shortstop, but you can't really make the argument because he never played shortstop for the Yankees. But yeah, I could sit here and talk about baseball. I know it. Dude, you bring up a guy, I can tell you stuff about him. I know a lot about baseball, and that's what we talk about in our chat all the time. A lot of people like it. They come in, they're new to the channel, and they can bring up topics, and I'm always welcome. Just don't bring up Joey Gallo in my chat. That was banned for a while. That was banned for a while. Some guy came in, hot take, saying Gallo's the best player on the planet, and I was like, yeah, well, if you bat 230 for your career,
I was about to say, who is he? Right. I know who he is, but I'm saying who. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's just a dumb take.
People all have it. I mean, right. I think Rizzi has to get this.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Have you seen that?
Give him that you're killing me, Smalls.
Right. Personally,
I think we got hosed on that call.
I have not.
Right. You may hit like Mays, but you run like Hayes.
Right. That's one of my favorite movies, man.
Oh, I have my whole soundboard is set up for it. I have it. Like, I have it all set up, dude. And it's like, it's what made me so mad. I just didn't even get into it. Really bad. But if you guys don't have any more questions for him, I'm gonna let him get out of here because his girlfriend's probably gonna kill him here.
Yeah, she's over there watching videos. I know that's fine.
So we're gonna peace out. I will put his link and all his stuff, all his social media will be in YouTube video. We'll be there so you guys can go follow him there, all that. You got any shout outs that you want to let fly, you want to let your YouTube out or your Twitter, all that stuff, you're more than welcome to shout it out. Let it fly right now. Get it on here. I will post it all. If you don't want to do it, I'll post it anyways. So.
Oh, you could just post it. That works for me.
All right. So that'll be the end of it. Gonna peace out the cream. Appreciate you stopping by. Love the interview. It was fun getting to know you, getting to know somebody from a different community. As I said, I'm a big Madden guy, so I don't get to know too much on that side of it. The only one I really pay attention to over there is ScoMo, and he was under some heat recently. So, but I'm gonna let you get going. And Cat's thanking you, telling you great interview. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem, guys. Appreciate you guys listening. Appreciate all the questions.
Hey, we'll get back into it and we'll come back to you in a couple months and see if everything's still going the same, if there's any different takes. But appreciate you, man.
I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate you too, man. Hope you have a good night, buddy.
Good night.